Hey guys, I'm joined by Dave Pomeroy today, and he is the Chief Financial Officer at Bloomreach.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm doing excellent. It's a beautiful day here in San Francisco, and we're really excited for the conference we have coming up today.
Yeah, absolutely, me too. So I understand that you're a bit newer to Bloomreach. You've been working there about 9 months.
That's right. I joined Bloomreach in August of last year, and totally excited that I'm here. It's been an amazing ride, and I think the company's got a ton of potential.
Wonderful. So could you tell us a bit today about your journey and why you joined Bloomreach?
Yeah, so as CFO, I oversee lots of functions, administrative functions of the company. I have had a long career in finance and accounting and operations, business development with lots of different tech companies from product spaces, from consumer electronics to media to software. I've worked at companies like Yahoo, Microsoft, Apple, and I think building those experiences, learning how to do my trade, it gives me preparedness to come and sort of help this company, Bloomreach, scale and grow into the future. And interesting enough, I worked at Apple in the Apple online store, which would be a target customer for Bloomreach's products. And while I was there, we were doing projects like buy online, pick up in store. We ran content management systems. We had search. We had merchandising and all the products. But it was a time and a place about 10 years ago when the groups, the marketing groups, and the online group were totally separate. Even the retail group was separate. So having software suites that can bring these together and make them more efficient is actually part of my inner being for being here, I think.
So when talking about scalability, what would you say are the key steps for scaling a company like Bloomreach?
Yeah, so obviously in any kind of venture investing, getting product market fit is ultra important. The company has clearly achieved that, and now we've grown to be 275 customers strong, which we think is a fantastic base. We have a great run rate of adding new customers every quarter, and we believe bringing our platform together helps provide more value to more customers on a couple of different dimensions. From a scalability perspective, we need to work internally a little bit, make sure all of our systems are in control, that we can ramp up with customers, customer support, customer delivery, make sure we're satisfying customers every day. A recurring theme, it's ever so important these days, is security. So we're building out a security team because we get lots of security questionnaires from customers, and they want to make sure that our platforms are secure and up to their standards. And so we're investing a lot in that space. And then just general operations, making sure all our teams are working closely together, and we can build a company that's going to be sustainable for 10 more years, since the company just celebrated its 10th year anniversary.
So Dave, how will your position contribute to the future success of Bloomreach?
Yeah, so as the CFO of Bloomreach, I do spend quite a bit of time speaking with investors and analysts and people in the marketplace. And I think it's important to tell the story about Bloomreach, and the things that are exciting when I talk to investors are things like the market opportunity, and everybody knows that this DXP market is a multi-billion-dollar opportunity. And for a small company like us to sort of find our way in these huge markets, it's a huge opportunity, but we need to be tactical and have really come to market with best-of-breed solutions. So we think coming together with our leading CMS, our really AI-driven, ML-driven search merchandising platforms, and the synthesis of these two platforms coming together. And we've been spending a lot of time making sure that the front-end CMS and the back-end of the AI-driven services work as one, and will really propel us into the market and be a differentiator for us as we move forward. But it's a very exciting space. There's lots of M&A going on in the space. Lots of opportunity for us to partner with other companies and bring in sort of best of breed services through APIs, and hopefully customers can build their experiences using the tools and technologies they want to, and not be burdened with some of these large monolithic platforms that exist in the marketplace.
And how specifically would you bring in your experience to these investors?
Yeah, I've spent my whole career, pitching to investors, pitching to management teams and executives about how do you run a business, what are the metrics you measure, and how do you measure success, and most importantly, charting those goals for success. And so that's what I put into place at Bloomreach. We have a strategic plan that we operate against. We have a very defined set of metrics we work toward. And we want to make sure we're constantly growing the customer base, growing our revenue, and growing our ability to serve customer needs. And I think that focus, the discipline, helps us become a better vendor to so many companies in the world. So we're very excited about our journey. I think there's a ton of potential ahead, and I'm excited for the future. And maybe next year when we meet again, I'll have a new perspective to tell.
Absolutely. Well, we're excited to hear that perspective.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Have a great day.
You too.